Okay,
Oh.
I was muted the whole spiel. Okay,
Woohoo!
so the idea is
Okay.
we're back now. Ideally, if OBS stays open again the whole time, I downloaded and reinstalled it. Um, hopefully, it'll stay open, and we will be able to progress. If we don't, I will. If not, we'll call it, and I will find a way to fix stream, like, so that next week this doesn't fucking happen. So, with that in mind, we can we'll progress. We'll see what happens.
Sounds good.
Yeah. You ready?
Thank you to the cast for your patience.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just woke up. Hey,
Is there supposed to be
where's
sound?
everybody else?
There's no music right now.
Cool.
Oh, God. Quark.
But now there's... Tenmyouji's body shook with emotions as he drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to be indeed corporeal, Tenmyouji let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tenmyouji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief. I could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tenmyouji deserved a few minutes. I left them alone. At last, Tenmyouji seemed to recover, and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No, you're not sick. And if you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's been standing over there looking kinda silly.
I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Tenmyouji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they going to open?
Well, we've got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Ah! That's not good! We need to hurry! Come on! How do we get to floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me. I'll show you on this map animation that will take you there. I've seen it enough times to know for certain.
Wow, Mr. Sigma, you're so cool!
You bet your ass I am, kid.
Grandpa, what's an ass?
What was that we were saying at dinner? Voltage, I'm here to save the world and eat some ass. And I'm all out of ass.
That's not here.
That's not even here,
That
guys.
is literally the best life motto.
And then, kid, we go through these doors.
Whoa!
Yeah, we end up in a new place. Can you believe it? The exact same as the old one.
Oh, is that how hallways work?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
God, it feels. Quark's voice feels so rusty. I haven't used it in
I want
forever.
someone to clip that last bit.
I mean, you could.
I don't know how to do that nonsense.
Fair.
Hey, announcer.
Ah, yes. Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's me.
Oh.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake.
And fully recovered, apparently.
Alex is.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Ooh.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too. Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
And we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot? You aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
And you turn the gun sideways.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
I suppose we could go to the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kay and Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections? All right, let's move.
"30 seconds remain until chromatic doors close."
Hurry it up, Phi. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
It's time we were going as well.
Right.
Sure.
When did the thing change about the milkmen going to comedy?
We're on a different floor.
Oh.
Come on,
Yeah.
guys, there's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go!
Say the line, babe.
Chromatic doors closing.
Yay!
Yay!
We're in a
You
white
said the
door
line.
now. Oh my god. Y'all ever been through a white door before?
Never.
Yeah.
Not even
Uh,
once.
my parents' house, but
See, when I imagine White Door, I always think of Monsters, Inc.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
oh, word?
What?
Oh, purple sphere?
What?
I thought that
Wood
was
paneling.
Oh, it's the balloon.
This is my fucking grandparents' basement it has.
It really is. Oh, damn.
Like freaking, you know, Midwest basement core.
Yikes.
Basement core.
Hang on, sorry.
Too bad Dio's not down there, that we could have cores clashing.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Circus core and Midwestern basement.
That's
Have you
circus
ever
core.
seen a basement that, or like a room like that wasn't just like a basement?
Yes.
Yeah.
My grandpa's
no.
living room.
Yeah,
Okay.
my parents' back room.
Okay, anyone that isn't associated with someone who is over the age of 50.
Okay, well,
Okay, you got us there. You got us there.
you may have made a point. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But doesn't it like evoke emotions of nostalgia and warmth, comfort?
And old people.
And old people.
Oh man, nostalgia.
Emotions of all
the
the
old-
Old
people.
people just like really
people.
enclosed spaces.
I just feel so safe looking at this image.
It's the old people vibe.
It's
See
the
what
old
you
people
want.
room. This
The
is the old
asbestos,
person room.
the asbestos behind those walls is good for soundproofing.
Yeah, it's true. I use some
I'll
of them
never hear
myself.
you scream.
This
Yeah.
is a good place for a murder to occur.
What's
Mm.
this? What's this place?
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
So this might be Zero Senior's office.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Well, which is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's get started then. Yay! An escape with Quark!
Yeah, I was about to say, is this
Finally!
Finally
It
happened.
finally happened!
where he's actually awake? Love it.
And you know,
Crazy.
Look at the space. Wow.
Yeah, because we had one before where it was in the lab, but he was just like a slumped body in the corner.
Yeah, really. Man, this safe is really big.
There's gotta be like $100 billion in there.
You're such a kid.
Maybe they're just hiding something they really don't want people to see. Like some
oh,
videos.
Not sure I like the way you said that.
Let's just open it up and find out.
I don't think. See?
Is it locked?
Yeah.
There's a circular input panel on the top of the handle. It looks like the one on the pressure exchange chambers door.
If we just do the same thing we did then. Oh. I don't know the past the color. So we're gonna come back to it. Ugh,
All
I don't get it. How do I know which numbers?
If you don't know that, you're probably missing some information, Rocky.
Hey,
What's up?
what about that globe?
Globe. Alright, well, you're strange.
Oh wait, is there funny dialogue for this one?
Yes. Oh yes.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
A
I mean,
balloon.
we already got the funny dialogue.
You want it, Quark?
I don't need a balloon. I'm not a kid.
Really?
Ah.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
What? No way!
Gotcha!
gotta be another Clover situation all over it again.
You never know with anime kids. You never know.
You never
You
I'm
know
quite
actually
know.
3,000 years old! Like, shut up.
Wow.
What? Nuh-uh. I
Happens.
don't believe you.
My dad's older than you.
My dad's older than your dad.
Huh? This is cheap brandy. Alcohol this bad shouldn't even exist. So I think it's best if I dispose of it safely with my...
I'll be taking that.
Damn.
Zero Senior must be a real tight one if he's stocking this cheap stuff. Might as well be water.
Is it really that bad?
Well, I'll admit I can't be sure. It's hard to really judge a brandy until you taste it. So...
No!
Aww.
Grandpa!
That's just this.
Grandpa!
That is literally just this escape. Is just Tenmyouji's like, I don't want to drink.
Yeah, just give me one drink. What's the harm?
Tiny little drink. What could hurt? Let me make an old fashioned real quick.
We're in a death game, all right? We're in a death situation. Let me have a
Stressed,
drink.
you know.
Okay, by that logic, I should also get a drink, don't you think, Grandpa?
True, drink up.
Okay.
No, you're only
read the
20.
line, don't
You're
drink.
21.
I think these are philosophy books. The stuff in here is pretty sophisticated.
I'm amazed you could get that far. I flipped to the first one open, my brain said, screw this, I'm out.
Do you even know how to read, Mr.
no.
Sigma? Okay.
This looks like a collection of literary analysis.
Do you think it has any hints to help us get us out of here?
If it does, we're screwed. I think we'd starve to death before we got through all 4 of those tomes.
Yeah. But look, there's a
packaged together. I think there's supposed to be weights.
weird stuff going on here.
Oh, man.
Haha! Now this is brandy.
I should have cast Lays as Tenmyouji.
We trying to figure out where the emergency is.
True.
Pierre Perrin's 200-year-old reserve.
You can tell that just by looking at it?
I can smell it.
Damn.
That's some nose you got there.
Don't like that.
Here, just let me have a taste.
I don't think so.
How can you be so cruel? Oh, this is the good stuff right here. From Pierre Perrin's 200-year-old reserve. What I just said
I
that.
love how they switched the P and the F to like avoid copyright.
Yeah.
You already told me that.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. 200 years is pretty impressive though.
Yes, yes it is. Then again, it's even older than that by now. Maybe it's gone bad. It's probably just like water now. I should drink.
No!
My God.
Aww.
My
Quark
God.
never lets me have any fun.
Yeah, Quark never lets me do fucking anything. Alright, where the heck is the... Nope, not that. Nope, not that.
Where is that?
Where is the... What's this? Is it one of those vacuuming robots you see on TV?
You got me. Looks like a machine of some sort.
Hey, Shockphobia.
Well, is it turned on?
Don't think so. Let's see if... Nope, no luck.
Oh.
Huh. Nothing.
Might as well give up.
Yeah. Let's go look at something else. We can always come back to it later.
Right. Hello.
Damn it. I wanted to do DJ Roomba.
What's poppin',
Hell.
DJ Roomba? Alright, so we got a short spear and a slingshot. A suit of armor.
Well, it's not really a full suit of armor, is it? I mean, it's missing the helmet.
Or what would we call it?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a suit of armor, okay?
Suit yourself.
Anyway, it's got some red paint on the neck and shoulder area.
Are you sure it's paint? It could be blood.
Hey! Don't say stuff like that. Being in a room with a headless suit of armor is creepy enough.
Yeah, you're certainly right. That you are correct, Quark.
Could be the headless horseman.
Maybe we should, look at the desk. What's this?
I checked it out earlier, but I think it's just a business card holder.
Business card holder.
Yeah. It's a file where you put business cards. They've all got these weird shapes on the back. I think maybe if you line them up in a particular way, then you'll get some sort of hint.
Place the business cards. Well, we can give this a shot. Yup. I definitely know what I am doing here. We don't have enough information to solve this, so I'm not gonna do it right now. I don't get it.
Maybe you don't have enough information.
That would be correct, Quark. Okay, let's get the globe.
Yeah, I can read your mind. It's no big deal.
Hey, a globe.
Doesn't it look kind of weird? I think somebody glued a piece of paper to it.
Let's see if we can get it off then. I got another world map. Okay, cool. So now I know where to connect things to. Okay. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Whee! Alright, screenshot taken. Great. Back to business. Small computer terminal. It's just a BlackBerry. Okay. Now we do the same thing here. Green built in the credenza.
There's something on it.
Starting up. Please wait. What is it starting?
Beats me.
Well, my money says that just means it won't do squat if you mess with it now. How about you go have a look at something else?
Yeah, this escape, I'm genuinely like, oh yeah, I have to do this and that and the other thing. It's been a while since I've done this escape or thought about it.
You say you don't pop the balloon? Man.
Not yet.
But we might later.
We could.
Oh.
Alex, you're spoiling the whole escape.
God,
Shut
You
up.
are piquing my interest. We pop the balloon.
I
Yes?
hate the sound of balloons popping.
Dude,
Oh, I hate it in real life. I just think it would be funny in this situation.
it's like Sigma gets very excited to pop a balloon.
I enjoy the act of
Oh,
popping a
God.
balloon. Maybe not the sound it makes, but something about the action is enjoyable.
Yeah.
There we
delightful.
go.
Jubilant.
One
Have you
might
ever,
even say, exciting as fuck.
Yeah.
The sadism at work.
Good job. You did it.
Nice work. Very impressive.
Let's have a look inside.
$100 billion.
Videos.
Yeah.
What do you think it is, Sigma? Oh.
Sorry, guys. Looks like all we've got is a binder and a deer.
So,
No.
fine, dear?
No.
What the hell is this? Is Zero just making fun of us?
Alright, so there's a binder in the safe.
It's got 2 pieces of paper in it.
Cool, business cards.
Deer's looking at me, Grandpa.
Buck up. It's just a fake.
Mounted deer.
Bucket up.
Hey.
Mounted deer. Poor deer.
Take a closer look. I think it's just a replica.
You mean it's a fake?
Yeah.
Whew. That's good to know.
You know there's some red paint on its neck.
It's also got 2 pegs on the back of its board. Maybe we're supposed to put it up somewhere?
Any of you ever have, like, seen a real mounted deer before?
Yep, my parents have
Yes.
one.
Yeah, at my cousin's place.
Yeah, they're neat. Very neat. Where do I hang this up? I forgot.
Up near where the red paint is? I don't know.
Probably. Alright, let's... Oh, yeah, there's also the business cards thing I gotta...
Can we put the deer head on the Roomba?
Bob...
Oh, God.
Dude, imagine if...
Can we?
Maybe.
Oh, boy.
Alright, Bob, Chris, John, Tony, Ian, Michael.
How do you get the most like basic ass like names?
They're all
But
white
also,
men.
it's weird because they're basic names, but like, how often? Who do you know that's named Bob? Day-to-day life?
That's my thought, yeah.
My dad.
Yeah, other than people over the age of 50.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
Anybody less
Look,
than
this is
20?
the old person room, okay? Everyone
We got
who is in this
Carol, we
room
got
is
Bob,
old.
Ellen, Anne.
Because we're gonna see
Some
Richie.
Classic.
Also, like, most people who are around our age still go by Robert. They could still go by Bob later in life.
Yeah.
I never understood
That's
that. What's
true.
the correlation between Robert and the nickname Bob?
Short.
So the idea, I asked my dad this, the idea is that his name is Robert, and I guess way back in the day, people as a nickname would call him Bobbert, and then eventually shorten that to Rob or Bob,
Yeah.
and then Robbie or Bobby.
They really called him Bobbert?
Yeah, Bobbert.
That's
I mean,
amazing.
there are stranger combinations of full names to nicknames.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Margaret and Peggy. How do you get Peggy out of
True.
Margaret?
What?
True. That one
That's
does.
my
have-
grandma.
I've never heard that in my life.
That's my grandma. She's
Really?
called Peg, but
Yeah.
her name's Margaret. And I'm like, but why?
Yeah.
Right,
I
how
only
did
learned
we
that
get
because I was-
here?
Or,
I only learned that because I was reading up on Hamilton, and the third Skylar's sister, Peggy, in real life, her
And
name
Peggy.
was Margaret, but her family called her Peggy. So I was like,
It's
what
so
the heck?
weird.
or how do you shorten Richard to Dick?
Yeah.
Like,
Very
that.
carefully.
Very
I-
carefully.
Listen,
yeah.
I know that, but
I feel like there has to be like more of an explanation with that one, like Robert to Bob.
yeah.
But the weirdest one to me is the Margaret to Peggy.
Oh yeah, that's
For sure.
very like.
There's got to be
Like, at
something
least
to
with
it.
Richard, maybe if
And
you
I-
shorten it
No.
to Rich, maybe there's some kind of thing we're missing, a missing link from Rich to Dick.
There we
I
go.
don't know.
Nice.
From
The only
Rich
reason-
to
the only-
Dick. That sounds like a Sugar
Rich to
Babies
Dick.
novel or something.
A memoir. Memoir.
Babe, you're killing me here.
Memoir. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right.
Then let's look at the other side. Maybe the shapes look like something now.
Okay, let's have a look at the back of the business cards. Book 334. Awesome. Hey, that adds up to 10.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh, whoa.
It says book 334.
What does it mean?
Well, a book is a bunch of pieces of paper that are bound together with.
I know what a book is.
You sure?
Yup, I'm confident. I'm Sigma. I know everything. Alright. So we need to put, so that the last one is the 4 set. Because there are 3 books, and 4 books.
Hooray!
And then, a bookshelf. There's some paint inside, right? That's definitely it, right? That should be how it works. Where? Oh
Take
yeah.
your time.
I use the deer head here. There's red paint on the wall.
It looks like there's an outlet right next to it.
How would someone put an outlet this high up?
Well, it's probably not an electrical outlet.
I sincerely hope not.
Also, yes, shock phobia. We would get a knock on our door if we can keep that thought.
What is it then?
I think you're supposed to insert something into it.
Like what?
Maybe the deer?
Or put your finger in there.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. Remember how there are 2 pegs on the back of the mount? I'll bet they fit perfectly. Give it a try.
Okay.
Insert.
Well, looks like you were right. And they make an E. See? Wow. Alright. Let's look at this one. Oh,
This is a coaster, right? It looks just like the one on the bookshelf.
we should put the cheap brandy there. Because refraction works this way.
Sure. Look. The laser beam's bending all around inside the bottle.
Yeah, it made a parallelogram. That's cool.
Neat.
And then, if we put the expensive one here, I tried putting the good brandy on the coaster, but it makes an H.
H-E-L?
Wow.
Isn't this such a cool escape room? Ah,
Pretty neat.
it's not opening.
Is it locked?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I don't see anything that looks like a keyhole, though. There's this diamond-shaped hole in the middle, though. Do you think we're supposed to stick something in there? Also, could you put that away? It's scaring me.
This spear thing?
Yeah.
I love that Sigma's probably just been like carrying it around the room the whole time, just in his hand, at the ready.
Like,
Like
oh,
a
that's...
Like a Skyrim character where it's always like slightly out, ready to stab somebody.
Yes,
with it.
exactly.
Hey, wait a minute. The tip of that spear is...
Yes. That's what I've been trying to do, Quark. Ha! It opened.
There's something in here.
Is it a key?
We used a spear to open something to get to a key.
That's a pretty small key. The tip is circular. Have you seen anything this key might fit into?
Okay, sorry. I thought there was a funny thing, but there wasn't. Okay. Yeah, the secret ending for tapping on the dagger 10 times. Yes, that is true. That is what really happens. Ooh, look. What is this? One of the training machines you see on late night infomercials?
I think it's a facial recognition device.
A what?
You put your hands on either side and hold your face in front of that lens. Then it checks your face against whatever it's got in its databases.
Oh. Huh. How'd you know that?
I'm in the salvage business. Every so often one of these babies shows up.
It doesn't look like it's turned on.
Yeah, nothing happened when I put my face in front of it.
There's something to the right of the lens over there that looks an awful lot like a keyhole. If we had a key for it...
You think maybe we could turn it on?
I assume so.
You've already got the key. Try putting it in.
Whoa, the light on the top turned on.
Looks like you managed to turn it on.
Alright, it's on. Now what?
Well, why don't we give it a face to look at?
One of ours?
Yeah.
Damn. None of our faces work. Announcer!
Face not recognized. Gender mismatch.
What does it mean by gender mismatch?
Maybe it's saying that it needs a girl?
But there's only 3 of us and none of us are women.
Well, maybe if we dress Quark up like a girl.
Oh my god.
No! No way! Why don't you dress up then?
No. Just thinking about that is making me want to puke.
Besides, do you see a wig or makeup or anything around here? How would any of us dress up like a woman anyway?
Dude, you totally want to do it.
No, I don't. No.
Hey. Wait a minute. Maybe...
What is it?
Did you have an idea?
Well, it can't hurt to try. Yeah, definitely worth a shot.
You're right, scan the deer head.
How long has he had that in his pocket? Looks like a piece of paper. No, it's a picture. Oh yeah, I remember him looking at that in the infirmary. Guess it's worth a shot.
Oh my gosh! It's like we're in the villain's secret lair!
Huh. Didn't think that would happen.
I guess the recognition worked.
Yeah.
Let's grab the photo. So, who is this girl?
Hey! Stop!
She's just a girl.
Oh shit.
Is she your granddaughter?
No.
Well, who is she then?
Damn it! Fine. You've already seen her after all. Her name is Akane Kurashiki.
What?
I've been looking for her for a long time.
Why?
Because she's his first love.
No! You've got it wrong!
But you carry that picture everywhere. I don't think I've ever seen you leave it somewhere. And when you don't think anyone's watching, you talk to it. I've seen you do it.
Huh. Mark you for a hopeless romantic, Tenmyouji.
Look, it's not about love, and I'm not a goddamn romantic.
Okay, okay. Don't want to talk about her, I get it. Yeah.
So we're just gonna leave it there?
Yeah, we'll just leave it there. Fine.
Okay.
Leave vote where?
The photograph on the retinal scanner
Look at this photograph!
is clearly not really that important. So.
Man, when they said Akane, man, I was
Look,
You were what?
thinking that for a minute, it's like, huh, there's only one other character I know with that name.
Huh.
That's not the same one.
Ah,
Huh. And she
Interesting.
looks like a character we've seen in a different game.
weird.
Yeah, weird.
Funny how that
Can't
works.
do that one though.
Does
Funny.
she look like somebody we know?
Fun little Easter egg.
Who asked that? Sorry. Who does she look like someone you know?
Yeah, does she look like somebody we know?
You weren't here for 999?
Yeah, I guess not.
No, I guess
Yeah, I guess not.
Fuck
We'll have
me,
to
I
find out in
guess.
the archive.
Yeah, you should just. You mean you haven't watched the entire playthrough?
No, I've had life things
I
to
can't
do.
believe you're a fake fan.
Fuck!
of that.
A fake amp, fake voltage fan.
Oh,
Yeah,
SMH.
kick me already.
Dude, if Seth were here, he'd be losing his shit.
Oh yeah,
Oh, hey!
I'm
Oh,
excited.
100%.
There's a helmet for the suit of armor. There's a lever next to the chair.
why don't you pull it?
It's gonna happen.
Come on, is it really that hard to figure out?
You think it's gonna go back into the wall?
Pull the damn thing and find out.
Alright. I guess I should start by sitting in the chair. And I pull the lever. Here I go! There's a P. There's a P painted on the wall in red paint. Looks like there's something on the table. Is that a battery? Yeah.
Looks like a cassette.
I don't need to be looking at this. I can take care of it when I'm back in the other room. Alright, battery. Cool. If I pull it again, the chair should turn back around, right? Ah, whatever. Not like I have a choice. Look at this linoleum-ass floor. It's like just... This really is just the old man's hideout. Complete with rotating door and... goddamn...
Yeah, just like my grandpa's.
This is just my grandpa's basement.
Yes, that suits him.
Huh.
Alright, cool. Next, we sit in the chair.
Okay.
You must be feeling pretty tired, Tenmyouji. All the excitement can't be easy for someone your age. Why don't you sit down for a bit?
I'm not so old I need the likes of you worrying about me.
That's so. Well, I think I'll just have a seat. Ah. And we have a slingshot. And we go. Huh? What's that? You think maybe it's an eye watching us?
I don't think so.
It's frozen for me. Oh, hello.
Hello? You good?
Maybe? I think it's a target.
Like a bullseye?
Yeah, you're supposed to shoot it.
Shoot it with what?
Don't be an idiot. You've already got what you need.
Okay, I'll just use this slingshot too.
Whoa, hold on there. Do you actually have something to fire?
Oh. Oh, I guess I don't.
The spear.
Yeah! What are you going to shoot with then?
With mind bullets.
It's called telekinesis, Sigma. Anyway, I figured that it'd slip your mind like everything else. Here, I grabbed this off the floor earlier. Take it.
Oh, this is the key we used to start the facial recognition device. Thanks, man. I guess I don't have to use my special psychic powers after all. Here goes. Aiming. 3, 2, 1, fire!
Mag doors are closing.
Whoa, nice aim.
You got it right in the center!
Thanks, I really know my stuff. Alright, let's combine the battery with the tablet. Now the tablet's on.
Hooray!
Yes, and the tablet, let's examine it.
Looks like you got the tablet to turn on.
Look! Something showed up on the screen.
Enter the forwarding thing. I wonder what the password is. Could it be, it's got a
Flow.
E, an L, an H, and a P? Any
Fell.
words come to mind?
PHEL. Phil.
Shit.
Phil.
Okay, okay,
Lep, L-E-H-P.
okay.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
No bad
okay.
ideas.
Shit,
No bad ideas.
L-E-H-P.
H-P, yes.
Shit. I really used to
You're
help
right.
with this one, guys.
P-H.
Try Phil, just in
Left.
case like the E was wrong.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, no, I got it. It's a 4-letter password. Fuck.
Failed.
No cigar.
Not gonna give me any help. Play. Horse's name was Friday?
His name was Friday.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Ah, shit. I don't know. I'll come back to it. Ah! I don't get it. Alright, well, let's do this. It just says it's still starting up. Oh, we can't do anything. What? What do you mean?
You probably have to do the password on the tablet first.
I thought I did. Hold on. Let me... The laser beam is making a parallelogram. That's what I did. Hold on. Says it. What the schnight? Alright, whatever. Well, that wasn't giving me anything, so maybe I'll use these.
Oh, help! Got it.
Oh,
You did
wait,
it.
what? How did I do that? Like I had some outside assistance or something.
I mean, it took you a couple tries, but you got there.
Yeah, I did.
You did it.
Good work, Sigma.
Take a look at the screen.
Ooh.
It's a thing. Huh? What's this?
Looks like the password for the safe.
Awesome! Now we can open it.
You're dang right, kid. Oh, huh? It changed.
That looks like a puzzle.
There's always time for a good puzzle.
It is. It's a silhouette puzzle called a Tangram.
Rotate the Tangram. I have no idea what this is. Let's give it a shot. Alright. So we need to make a parallelogram. Who wants to help make a parallelogram?
Nose goes.
Not me.
triangle.
Okay, I'll tell you, it ain't that hard.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. If it were that easy. If it were that easy, we would be... Like, but literally, though, you can see all we need to do is just rotate this somehow.
Wait, how is that not a parallelogram right there?
But it's not the parallelogram they want. They want it to be rotated by, like, just a little bit.
They wanted to match the parallelogram in the bottle, probably.
Well, that's dumb.
I agree.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
All
this
good
is
puzzles
the
should
puzzle.
have multiple solutions.
Yeah, this puzzle is, like, actually genuinely hard.
I also didn't realize you could rotate the pieces, so I spent like way too long on this puzzle.
Oh,
Puzzle at
jeez.
all.
They give you a bunch of geometric shapes. So, okay. Guess we got these guys. So we want to rotate this. We want to go wah. And then, oh god, the rotation's bad. Okay, this
Wow.
probably goes. Okay, let's start with. Let's just make this. Let's make these guys first, actually, because these guys are gonna be tough. So we want this guy like that and this guy like that, probably. Right. Yeah. All right, and then we just put those together like so. Very nice. All right, let's. Took him 30 minutes plus minutes. Yeah, this puzzle is not easy. I think it's gonna go like that, probably. Let me just do. Let me even that out. Okay, you can stop now. This, and then I'm not quite sure where that one goes, but I know this guy rotates to be flat. And these guys rotate like that. No, they rotate the other way. Yeah, so they slide in like this. Yep, okay, I got it. Okay, that's how I want it. Cool. Then it goes down into here. Down here. That'll work. Now they just need to make sure my margin of error is like passable. I think that should work. Nice.
Nice. I was about to say, it kind of bothers me that you get full range. It doesn't like
Yeah, it doesn't
rotate
like
at intervals.
Yeah. Oh yeah, who's the man?
That was amazing! How'd you do it? The puzzle was really hard.
I'm just a genius, kid.
Okay, you can't read.
Well done, Sigma. That was pretty impressive.
So, what do we get?
Look! There's something on the screen.
ILP? What does that mean?
I don't know. Well, let's plug it in and find out. I genuinely don't know if you could put that in beforehand and it would give you the other password. It would be cool to try, though.
Ooh, yeah. it would be.
Looks like it worked.
Good job.
That was awesome!
The screen changed.
New password.
Hey!
Right.
Hey!
Written down.
Hey.
It looks different than before. The symbols are all different, and they're in different places.
You're damn right, kid.
Well, okay, thank you, I think.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Where I just... Who's right on top? Sigma just did a full 360, and the safe is on top of the thing.
A safe, just like
Well.
before. There's gotta be a way to open it.
Could we just punch in the password?
Why don't you try and find out?
I think I will. Nice.
Good job! It opened!
Good work.
1 second. This semester is alive. Someone pinged me and asked, have I used the voice clips for the favorite video game video yet? And I'm like, no, I have not yet. Why did I just do this 360? I hate myself. Okay. I don't hate myself, but like, you know.
You know.
Because I was about to say, no, we love you.
Whew, that's a relief. It's open. Looks kind of empty this time.
There are only 2 things in here.
First, we've got...
the AB room key cards.
Oh, these must be the star cards they were talking about.
There are 2 of them.
You guys take one and I'll take the other.
Right. We're a pair, so we only need one for the 2 of us.
And the other thing is the key, as usual.
Yes. Now we can get out of here.
All right.
Great. No point in sitting around. Let's go.
All right, let's get out of here. We are not forgetting a single thing in this room. Door
Right.
locked. Is locked. You guys ready?
When you say it like that,
Yeah, when you say it like
Are you
that,
sure?
you're making me nervous.
We haven't forgotten a
double
single
check.
thing left upon anything or anything.
There's no photo or anything
for
that's
it.
important in there, right?
All right. 3, 2, 1.
No, definitely no keepsakes. No.
Nah.
You found it. Okay. Uh-oh.
That photo won't come into play later at all.
Definitely not.
And I'm confident in that.
Well, now you're making me doubly nervous.
I promise, there is nothing else to see there.
No! Damn it.
What's wrong?
I left something in the director's
of
office.
course.
Ba-dum-bum.
There it is.
The picture!
I told you.
How could I forget it?
Oh, yeah. You must have set it down after using the face recognition thingy.
Yeah. I'm going back. You 2 go on ahead to the warehouse.
I want to come with you.
Me too.
No, that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting.
All right. I'll see you 2 later then.
Right.
Bye, Mr. Sigma.
I watched them jog off toward the blue door.
We definitely won't be dead next time you see us.
And then they were gone.
Never happened.
Never happens.
Guess I should be getting back then.
Nothing ever bad happened to Quark.
Quark lives in every route.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Tenmyojis.
Quark does not die in any route. He lives every time.
Fun fact.
He's sick and maybe dead forever, trapped forever, but he's not dead.
Yeah, well, Sigma dies before he gets the chance to potentially die.
And really, if Sigma dies, then like, what's the point?
And then everybody's like just Schrodinger's life.
Yeah. Schrodinger's player.
Existence.
Player?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, because Sigma's a player?
No, it's like you the player.
Oh yeah,
I
he's
don't
straight
fucking-
stag.
Oh, okay.
Schrodinger's jiggle.
Now that I can get
Now
behind.
that's a wave equation I can get behind.
Schrodinger's circus core.
I stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already in there. Kay and Luna, Vi and Clover, and Dio. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the reader. He panted over there. He was like,
Shit.
Those are some quick steps, if that's how quick he's breathing.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin.
There. Happy. This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it.
What a whore.
You see? I can be considerate.
You're whore.
But Tenmyouji and Quark aren't here.
Yeah, where are they?
I guess they forgot something back in the room we found. They ran back to grab it real quick.
Then they'll be here in a few minutes. No big deal.
While we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we'd investigate. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us had found anything, and we were no closer to unraveling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. With that discussion exhausted, we sat down to wait. Before long, 20 minutes had passed since Dio opened the door, and Tenmyouji and Quark were nowhere in sight.
Don't you think they're taking a little long?
Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them?
I'll go have a look. Hey, Shmeho.
Oh, fuck. Then I shall accompany you.
Nah, I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away.
Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster.
I don't think... Okay. Look, I'm just gonna go to the director's office. I'll be right back. No big deal. Right. See you guys later. I gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse. And we get to watch this animation again.
Also, why'd he go alone? Going alone is the worst idea.
The only person that's out there are Tenmyouji and Quark. What are they gonna do? They're not a threat.
I don't know.
Quark just, like, pulls a Hulk.
Oh, you thought. What the scallop?
What?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Did you say what the scallop?
Maybe. Oh. That's odd. There's nobody here.
Oh,
Picture's
no.
gone, though. Tenmyouji and Quark must have been here then.
I fucking hate this soundtrack.
I laid out the floor B map.
So spooky.
Must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. After that, they probably went through the warehouse, out the blue door to the elevator. Yeah, that's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of the long way around. Huh. Looks like we managed to miss each other perfectly. Well, this was a huge waste of time. Shoot. Might as well head back, I suppose. I'd packed up the map and was headed toward the door when... Huh. There was a light on where there hadn't been a light on before. What? Why's that thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable, nauseating dread. Then the light stared at me. I swallowed and edged cautiously toward it. The machine was in arm's reach now. I stretched my hand out toward it. Slowly. This is what I was telling you
Okay, thank you. So, you finally made it.
about. No. You're.
I am Zero. I was the one who brought you here. You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky. As you can see, however, this is only a recording. I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions. Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond.
Yeah. I considered taking a swing at him, but decided that was spectacularly futile and kept my bald fist at my side.
Now, where to begin? There are many things I wish to tell you. But, unfortunately, our time is limited. As such, the information I can provide is also limited. I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you. First, I will tell you about termites. In retrospect, I suppose that's a rather odd thing to say. I imagine you look rather bewildered right now. Perfectly understandable. The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects.
I read this, I saw threatened, and I finished it. Threatened you with a good time.
Hey.
You know, termites. I suspect it hardly seems fair. Nonetheless, this is very important. In a way, it will determine your fate. So I ask that you listen carefully. Have you ever seen a termite mound? They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space. So are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints detailing which room goes where? No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds. Now, consider humans. Why are we alive? Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where do our cultures spring? There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA. No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate. Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites. We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal. You might say we don't understand what we're building. Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're doing. Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence. We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant, we can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we've likely been building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial. If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty. And you are about to catch a glimpse of it. Or have you already? Well, That's enough on that subject, I think. Consider what I've said. Now, let's move on to the second topic. It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and in fact, the lives of several billion other people. I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you. It is the password to disarm the bomb numbered 1.
Bomb?
Are you ready?
No.
I will only say this once, so pay close attention.
God damn it. 0. Ugh.
The password to disarm the number 1 bomb is BQZRGJDXR.
Awesome. I had no idea what he was talking about. Oh, I know this password. That's a cool password. Okay. Sorry. Anyway. What bomb? Was he saying there were bombs too? If he'd guessed at my future confusion, he showed no sign of it. Also, yes, Shockphobia, why are you Voltage 1202 streaming? This action was programmed by millions of years of human DNA. That's right. Millions of years of human DNA has led to one man streaming this game. Yep.
That is the last of the information this message was meant to convey. Before I go, however, I have a warning. You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here. If you do, you will be penalized immediately. I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss.
Wait! God damn it, you can't just spout all that crap and disappear! I found myself yelling at empty air.
Fuck you, Siggy, Siggy, Siggy.
The hologram had disappeared. What kind of an idiot does he take me for? I can't read, I don't know my left and my right, it's fine. Termites? That's a whole different thing. Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? Shit! Shit! I kicked out at a nearby shelf.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Oh, crap. I need to get back. Not like there's any point in staying here. I spun around and ran out of the room toward the warehouse.
Grandpa! Look, Mr. Sigma's back.
Took you long enough.
Where are the others?
In the AB rooms.
They went in already?
Yep.
Why didn't you two? You've been waiting for me?
Yeah. Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what.
Oh?
Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you that we're gonna choose ally this round. That's it.
And you had to tell me no matter what? It's kinda pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want.
True, but we've got something to back it up. Just hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
Quark and I both have 8 BP. We're already on the home stretch. So what do we need to get to the magic number? Well, we need you to choose ally. If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
You'd get to 9 whether you got 2 or 3 points.
Exactly. That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you. And if we both choose ally, we both gain points.
True. You must have considered that I'll choose betray. That would mean you'd choose betray to protect yourselves.
But that's why we're telling you we won't choose betray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you?
Of course.
Alright. Tell me one thing. Let's say we do this and we both ally. Everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave, which is great for you. But I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't going to just open the number 9 door and leave us in the lurch?
I can guarantee it.
How?
I can give you my word. I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so. I swear it. We aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape.
I swear too. I promise.
Man. So all you've got is a promise, huh?
When I make a promise, I keep it. Trust me.
Please. You've got to trust us.
Alright, fine. I'll trust you.
2 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
We're counting on you, Sigma.
Damn.
You gotta choose the ally. You promised.
With that, they turned and ran into the AB room, second from the right. Well, guess I should get moving.
One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
I had a decision to make. Would I trust Quark and Tenmyouji? Well, I could believe they were telling the truth and still betray them. I would bring my BP to 6. Not that much closer to 9. And choosing betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try and escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seemed like the safe bet, but
Please. You gotta trust us. You gotta choose ally. You promised.
Tenmyouji I could betray easily enough, but Quark... What the hell was I going to do?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
They're just gonna count.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. We ally or betray?
I'm biased.
Fuck kids.
I'm biased. So.
I want to
Yeah.
ally because I'm
Yeah.
gonna feel really guilty if we don't. But also,
Man.
like, they definitely could be playing us.
It's Tenmyouji, man. He's given his word, and I don't think he's gone back on that.
No, but I wouldn't put it past him to weaponize Quark's cuteness.
And when he gave, because like,
Fair
man,
point.
when this guy gives his trust to somebody, he really gives his trust to somebody.
That's also a fair point.
I don't know.
Unless.
Fuck
That's
them
just
kids.
ally.
Okay,
Yeah,
guys,
come
I
on.
have to go babysit.
This
We're gonna have to
fucking
do both anyway, aren't we? At one
You gonna
point.
betray Quark? You gonna betray Quark?
Bye,
Round
guys. I have to
3
go
of the.
babysit.
Oh,
Hey,
bye.
Okay, bye.
I'm
Have
so
fun
glad I got
babysitting.
to sit in for this one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Why?
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation.
Oh.
Ambidex gates now opening.
Wait. Oh my god.
What?
This might be the one-winged angel one.
What?
What?
Results
What are you
from round
talking
3
about?
of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
It's 8 people,
Are
right?
you saying that Tenmyouji is gonna grow a single wing and
No,
have
no, no. I'm
a
talking about like the sounds it makes. Oh, those sons of bitches.
You're serious?
God
Ooh.
damn it.
Why would they do that?
They had
There's
no
literally
There's
doesn't
literally no reason.
They just
Yo,
said,
that's
"Fuck
pretty
you,
messed up, man.
Sigma."
Yo, that's
I guess they're just
pretty
making
hot.
sure that they don't, go any lower.
Tenmyouji, Quark, and Clover all have 11 BP.
Oh snap!
Tenmyouji's word means nothing.
Yeah, Dad, Sigma's about to go off. Holy shit.
Okay.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Okay, so what I
Sorry.
mean by one-winged angel is listen to the sounds it makes when it shows everyone's bracelets. Okay? I've been wanting this all fucking game.
Oh no.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Ah, so satisfying.
Yes!
Yeah.
It finally
Really
happened!
is.
Oh, I'm so happy about that. Thank God. Okay. It's a small but satisfying victory. Anyway.
Or is it?
Oh, yeah. Hey! What the hell, guys?
Uh-oh.
Why'd you betray me?
Quark had nothing to do with this. I made the vote.
Cat's having internet problems. Who?
No.
Oh no.
Oh
No.
Egads. Is this a quick fix, you think? Or should we have study? The problem is I don't have a second Quark.
The
Uh-oh.
quick fix.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Quark is one of a kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's irreplaceable.
Lou could probably do
Yeah,
it.
Lou, can you do the young boy voice?
Haha, boy voice time. Yeah, I got you.
Cool. Until Cat gets back. Awesome.
Grandpa.
Alright, fine. Why do you break your promise, Tenmyouji?
I only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door even if we got 9 points.
What?
But we've got 11! See ya!
So,
Hey!
you're not going to leave.
Not what I said.
Son of a...
Oh my god.
Of course we're going to leave.
Alright, drop kick his ass.
What?
Drop kick his ass.
Look. See Clover over there?
What? Don't tell me.
Not a second wasted. She was
Over
out.
ending the prize.
You said bye.
Like, bye.
I'm Audi 9000. Bye.
Alex.
No.
She's.
That bitch!
Wait, Quark and Tenmyouji have.
The words were barely out of her mouth when Tenmyouji and Quark ran past.
No! God damn it!
Clover? Are you really going to leave?
Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door?
Why?
I'm going to call the others. So we can capture Zero Senior.
Tenmyouji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody.
So, Sigma. Happy? I kept my promise. Clover opened the door, not me.
Like hell, I'm happy. That's some shady shit, Tenmyouji.
If you say so. I have to get out of here, and that's that. He's gotta pay for what he's done.
E.
Zero.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Yeah. No point keeping it a secret now, I suppose. I know exactly who Zero Senior is.
What?
Oh no.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Let's go! Come on, guys! Time to move!
Right.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
Quark held something out. I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper. What is this?
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game.
This is for you, Mr. Sigma. Then just Quark kicks Sigma's shin.
Oh,
This is for you. Ugh.
I was
See ya,
literally about to make a
sucker.
joke about like him punching him in the dick or something.
Right?
Ah, that would have been great.
I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is. So, read it, okay?
He
I
pressed
mean,
it
you have
into
the
my
rest of your
hand.
life to read it, but you know. See you later, Mr. Sigma.
Then he turned and ran toward the door, Tenmyouji and Clover following in his footsteps. I was so surprised by the letter that I didn't even try to stop them. Before I could think of anything to say,
See you.
Goodbye.
See ya, wouldn't wanna be ya.
See ya.
man, fuck
Probably.
Grandpa.
What
Maybe?
did I say? Fuck them kids.
I mean, a couple streams ago, y'all wanted to fuck Grandpa.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
So fast.
we've come
not off the
full
table for me.
circle. Full
This
circle.
has not been a deal breaker.
Yeah.
look, if Zero's anything to go by, we have an entire another old man
That's true. With an eye patch.
with an eye patch.
I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not Zero and Tenmyouji are twins or brothers or something.
Ooh. The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
It's not over yet.
Shit. They're gone.
All we can do now is hope they bring help back.
Indeed.
I agree.
I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was still slightly uneven, but he filled both pages with writing. I began to read. It was a really stormy day when he found. Actually, Quark, you can read this.
Oh, good. It was a really stormy day when he found me. He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him. He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. Also, I guess I was a pretty picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. I guess I was kind of a pain, huh? But he didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really, really small, and he was worried I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. A quark is a really, really small thing, and I was really, really small too. Grandpa didn't need to worry though, because it turned out that I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled out and went off the back, but I didn't even get scratched. I started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. I didn't get hurt then either. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually, I got better. I guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. Anyways, I didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I had started helping Grandpa out with his work. His job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up or pull out the useful parts and sell them. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You had to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually, though, I just wanted to finish up work so I could go to the theater. The theater came to our town once a week in a wagon. They'd show old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while, and he'd only go weeks when they showed movies. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that I had been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. I guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find somebody who would take me. The kid from my block actually had a mom, and he'd ask her if she would take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone lived with his actual mom was pretty impressive. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did that mean he didn't want me? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled, and he bragged to everybody about how he had a mom. He liked to come up to me while I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not having a mother." It never bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day, he took me to a bar in our neighborhood.
Exactly, Project Manarchy.
During the day, of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. When we got in, he just walked up to the counter with a grumpy look. With that grumpy look he has, and thought, oh no, he's gonna make me work here. But I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and set me down on a stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me, and I was pretty nervous. Eventually, the bartender came back with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. As I looked closer, I realized that the second glass was full of some kind of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. It took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float! I'd never seen one before. I was so surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. But there it was, right in front of me. I stared at the float. I still wasn't sure if it was, I still wasn't sure it was real at that point, and then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back to me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He had already turned around and moved off, though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. It still didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just staring at it when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. Is this really mine? He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I never tasted anything like root beer before. The creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head feel like light. I felt like the luckiest boy in the whole world. That's not an exaggeration. I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious, but what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I know that's gotta be hard for you to imagine, but he really, really was. Right then, I didn't care whether he just found me and adopted me or not. He'd bought me a root beer float. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother, but never had tasted root beer. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good. Until the fight. I was in a super bad mood that day. I had torn one of my shoes that morning, and some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over and I was fed up, so I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. When I showed what I had found to Grandpa, he frowned. He started going through each thing I had brought back, explaining why they were all useless. I got really mad and just yelled, "I don't care!" Then he got mad, and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I was pretty upset, and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building, but by then, I'd started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back and apologize. It had started raining pretty hard though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. But that was just an excuse. The truth was that I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. The rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there staring at the gloomy, gray sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. It kept raining all night, and he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first, I thought I should just ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyways, and it was Grandpa. He was totally soaked, and I could tell right away that he had been there for a really long time. I yelled and he opened his eyes a bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He'd spent all night out in the rain looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me so long that he had collapsed. It was horrible. He had heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised whatever God might be listening that if they would save Grandpa, I'd never ask for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever, and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said that if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck on to Grandpa, because a week later, his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but I was also a little scared. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk, and it took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man, and that meant he was probably going to die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone. But maybe he had been a little too strict. All of the things I was worried about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He's been worried. He'd been worried when I ran off, and he had gone out into the rain to look for me. I tried to apologize, but when I opened my mouth, I just started crying. I don't think I've cried that much since I was a baby. But he just smiled and patted my head. I asked him if he'd ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide and he said, "Of course not." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that, he had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, he felt like he had gotten some of what he lost back. That was when I decided I'd stay with him forever. Even if he said I couldn't.
Damn, he wrote this on one piece of paper? God damn.
Two pieces.
He wrote this on two!
A sticky note.
Yeah.
A sticky note's all I need. I know shorthand.
Yeah. It's like that one freaking language that you can just write a novel on a napkin. Pretty good. But yeah, I do find it very amusing that Tenmyouji's like, I know exactly who Zero Senior is. And he just fucking leaves.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like, well, no need to tell you, scrubs.
Anyways, have a nice life.
Project Manarchy in the chat is
why
like,
is he looking for Akane?
Exactly. Sorry?
Why is he looking for Akane, though?
Who? Tenmyouji?
Yes.
Who's Tenmyouji? What's his first?
Don't you
And
fucking with me, man.
first
There's
name
no
Ten,
way
last
that is the
name
same
Yoji.
person.
I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
What
I
do
am
mean by
not
that?
going to
Well, the only
speak.
person I know who is looking for Akane... Well, no, there was two people who were looking for Akane, but... no, but there's no way
last
that...
name Myoji sounds like a parody or a last name a bully would say, like, "Hey, my name's Myoji."
Fucking... God, that doesn't make... this doesn't make any sense.
Why is an old man looking for a girl named Akane?
Uchikoshi, my beloved.
The world may never know. Oh,
Find
Shinji Hosoe!
Wait, is that what he meant when he said he knew who Zero was?
That's it. Zero, that old man we saw, that's actually Akane.
You fool.
What?
That's the thing. That's the thing. Is very easily the old man that we saw could have just been an actor.
You're
Could have
right.
just
Yeah.
been somebody that was hired
A paid
to
actor.
act like
It
he was
coulda.
Zero.
Paid actor.
And like
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I imagine there's like outtakes for that script. It's like, what the fuck is this script?
Yeah, Zero was probably like, you're probably wondering why I brought you all here today. I mean today. Damn it, starting over. Okay, fuck.
Hang on.
I gotta
All right,
sound
take
cool.
two.
Take two.
Yeah, you see a slate slide into frame. All right, take 2.
Yeah, it's like
Damn it, it's like, damn it, I peeked.
it's like you can hear when someone splices in a word in like a recording. It's like, so, first we're going to discuss termites, and aren't they just beautiful creatures? You know, like termites.
Termites.
You probably like pronounced it initially as termites.
That's me.
I don't know.
Termites.
You Voltage, you said inexplicable earlier. You
Oh,
said it very
Yeah.
strange.
What?
Yeah,
The word
I
inexplicable?
wasn't gonna bring it up, but yeah.
What did I?
No,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
if we're gonna
bring it
talk
up.
about it, then yeah.
Inexplicable or something. It was like,
Yeah, inexplicable. I'm like
Inexplicable.
yeah.
Look.
It was very on brand for Sigma. I was like, maybe it's
Okay,
a character
hold on.
choice.
I didn't notice it.
Giddy moment.
Also, hold on. That was Tenmyouji's end?
That was the Tenmyouji ending.
So are we
Oh.
gonna find out more about Tenmyouji in the Quark ending then?
Yes.
Or
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I feel like
Okay.
you know everything you need to know.
You
Hard
know
to be
everything
French,
you
but-
need to know about Tenmyouji.
right, of
Everything,
course.
Nani the
Yeah.
everything
I'm
you need to
imagining-
know about Tenmyouji, you fucking know. Okay, look,
Mhm,
see?
Yeah.
Whoa, that one extended.
God.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, there's two. Right.
If you betray, all it is that Clover escapes, and Tenmyouji and Quark are like, Sigma, what the fuck?
Like, what do you mean?
Trying
what
to
the fuck?
betray you.
Either way, you lose, Sigma.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So,
deny
yeah.
a child escape?
You're going to not let the kid out? Dude, that's low.
Damn.
He's got Quark like
How
strapped.
could
to
you?
his-
We have children and the elderly, and you're not letting them go.
Children, elderly, whatever. So, we can go to this part of the game, into the CDs in the cyan route, because everyone knows how much we love the cyan route, right?
CDs?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Casting
the
directors?
CDs.
Casting directors.
I don't know.
Anyway.
That's not that funny.
Not.
Hold on.
Please.
That is the lamest fucking joke I have heard.
I was waiting for the CD's nuts.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Okay.
I farted.
All right.
Someone
At
had
least
to
somebody
say
says
it.
it.
Let's go and
At least somebody
let's
says it.
jump into the CDs.
Nuts.
All right. We're going to do another escape. It's great.
Who's alive right now on this?
Everyone. Everyone is alive. We have
Okay.
betrayed Alice in this timeline.
Ah, right. Okay.
Right.
Feels bad. Feels very bad.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Hey, the doors are open.
Alice is alive
Hey.
again! Hooray! As far as I felt about that,
What are you feeling about? Oh, right. This
Yes.
is the yes or no.
How do
Oh.
you feel about that?
no.
Yes.
No.
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 That's not okay.
Why not?
Because. It's like basic
Rats.
third grade logic.
This is bad. Which door do you want then? The only other choices are A and C.
I thought about it again. If I went with A, then Luna and I would end up paired up with Clover and we'd go through the green door. On the other hand, if I chose C, we'd be going through the blue door with Alice. So which one did I want? I decided to go with the green door.
Oh my
Yay, green!
I want option A. We'll take Clover and go through the green door.
What gives you the power to just decide that?
Fine by me. Like I said before, there's something I want to talk to Alice about.
Are you going to tell me what this thing is?
That'll have to wait. Talk to me again on the other side.
Yeah. Well, now I'm curious.
Oh, Project Manarchy, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a good time.
So you're fine with this, Alice? With option A, I mean.
Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Are there any other objections? Okay, that's it then. Let's go, everybody.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We nodded quickly to one another and split up. Tenmyouji, Dio, and Alice headed toward the red door, while Kay, Quark, and Phi made their way toward the blue one. The gaping maw of the green door bounced in front of me as Clover, Luna, and I ran toward it.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
So can anyone guess which path we're gonna go down this time?
The green one.
Whose ending are we going for this time, though?
Luna's?
Maybe?
We've already seen Clover's.
Is it... Wait, let me DM you.
Keep going. The lie?
Huh? Is this a dead end?
All 3 doors seem to be locked.
Yeah.
There's some kind of device over here. I wonder what it is.
It looks like the thing next to the number 9 door.
Clover, try pulling that lever.
Why do I have to do it?
Might be dangerous. I was hoping you could just wrap your hands around it and give it a nice good jerk. It is kind of big, but I'm sure you can handle it.
Don't get weird about it.
Be
Oh
gentle.
my gosh.
Oh my god.
Not again.
This doesn't seem like appropriate workplace behavior. You're kinda grossing me out.
I know you probably still think of yourself as just a girl, but you have to become a woman someday.
Oh my
You're not
God.
making it any better. Why don't you do it, Mr. Expert?
If you can't take it, then maybe Luna can.
Oh my.
Have you done this before? You just start at the base and work your way up, then give it a good tug once you get to the top.
What?
I forgot about this.
What is wrong with you? If you're so desperate to give that liver a good time, why don't you do it yourself? Just leave me and Luna out of your sick fantasies, you creep.
Fine. I won't like it. I sighed heavily and flipped the switch with as much languid disdain as I could manage. Sigma
Like if it was
Coomer.
Dio.
See, this is why I cast myself as Sigma, so that none of you had to have a voice clip of that.
Thanks for taking a bullet for the team.
Yeah. Trust me. Casting myself as the main character is very important so that no one else has to handle the
The only thing that has to handle.
Sigma right now.
hate
Chat
this.
blowing up.
Oh,
One of the doors opened.
yeah, it's just the one on the left, though.
We might as well go through it.
Yeah. Maybe we should try flipping it one more time, though. I think you could actually manage it with just one hand, Clover. Just do it real fast, and it'll only take a second. Just up and down once.
Ugh, you are disgusting.
Poor Luna looks so confused. Like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Oh, baby.
We're going to the archives.
I hate how excited the people who know this game get.
I forgot about
really
that
like the
scene, to be
archives.
fair.
I knew it was coming. I wanted to save it.
Much more graphic than I thought, than I remember.
Yeah. Huh.
So, this is the archives.
The archives.
That's what it said on the door after all, but
Yeah, I didn't really expect it to be so archivy. All these books and stuff everywhere.
Yeah, dude's neurons activated the moment he got paired with two ladies. It's very funny. People who know, remind me to tell you about why I think this is even funnier after the stream.
I'm scared.
Oh.
God.
Maybe we can find some clues here.
I agree.
Alright, let's split up and have a look around. Allons-y! I'm the fucking doctor.
I don't get it.
Allons-y is French for let's go. And
Wait, Sigma, you're barely proficient in English. How do you know French?
I went to school as a kid.
Oh.
French immersion school.
Yeah, that's it. I went to a French immersion school, actually. Oh, fuck. Is this? Oh, God. This room has the worst puzzle.
I don't know.
Two completely different reactions to two different people that have played this game at the archive room.
Oh, this
Sounds like
room's got
somebody
the...
was just a little bit.
This
I
room's
don't
got
know.
the worst.
Less intelligent.
I don't know. The escape that we just did with Tenmyouji and Quark wasn't exactly a walk in the park.
No, this one's got the worst puzzle. Okay. Huh. One of these things is not like the others.
You're right. It's a different color.
Let's have a look at it. It says go up.
The red book.
Where did you went for immersion, Quebec? I actually went to a Spanish immersion school. Wait, no, that was a joke. No.
Quebec, huh?
Oh, shit.
Maybe we should take it with us.
I didn't even read the line. This book's different, too. And lie.
Go up and lion.
Orange book.
Here's another book that doesn't match.
That makes 3.
To the sun! Oh, you can put the book back. Where's the last one? No. There it is. Is this the last book out? Odd book out?
I think so. I double checked all the shelves.
The stairway. Find that. A die! It's a green die.
A green dye. Nothing up my sleeve.
You're not making it sound any less suspicious.
Well, it's perfectly ordinary. I don't even have sleeves.
You're right. You don't.
You had to
don't.
think about that.
Blue dye. A normal blue dye. Ink. Ink. Well, I guess that solves the mystery of the dark blue liquid. I can't even read. Oh my lord. Well, I guess the mystery of the dark blue liquid was easier to solve than I thought.
This looks like the sort of ink you'd use with a dip pen, but I don't remember seeing anything like that. Then again, I suppose you could use it for a lot of different things.
Paper.
There are some faint lines on this paper.
Oh, must be notebook paper.
I don't see any notes on it, though.
I love how we just find like a piece of loose leaf. There's no music coming from this music box. I guess it's just a box.
I don't see a spring. Maybe we should check the movement?
The movement?
Sorry, movement means the internal pieces that actually make it work. Like the cylinder here. Unfortunately, it looks like it's been fixed in a place with a Phillips screw.
You know a lot about tools.
Whatever that means.
Well, this die looks perfectly ordinary.
They're saying perfectly ordinary too much. I don't trust
Says
it.
50G. Guess this is a weight?
Yes, I think you usually use weights like this to weigh things, but I suppose you could do other things with it.
Yeah, like conk you over the head. If you put it in a snowball, you could get a little extra oomph.
That's not what I meant.
Holy shit.
Screwdriver!
Sigma was that kid at recess. Holy shit.
Did you ever get ice thrown at you?
I got rocks thrown at me.
What?
In, recess.
You got stoned at recess?
Hey.
It was by these. Okay, long story short, I used to do like dance in middle school with like a couple girls, like, cause we were really big into Shake It Up at the time when it was airing on Disney Channel. So we made our own dance group, and then for some reason these two girls wanted to be in our group, but we couldn't let them in for whatever reason. So one day during recess, I was just walking around. They started following me. They threw rocks at me, so I got mad and I pushed one of the girls, and I was the one that got detention for it.
Fuck.
Classic.
So I took the screw up, but all I got was the cylinder.
Then maybe the cylinder's what's important.
You're right. Next.
Should
That's
crack it
bullshit.
It was one of 2 times that I ever got detention in public school life. The other was because I was using my phone during recess.
Need to roll this across the paper.
I'm sorry, you had a phone when you were still able to go to recess?
And
Yeah.
pattern transcribe. Blue is
God,
young.
different times.
I'm
Blue's a
little
baby.
compared
Blue
to
doesn't know what it's like to live in a millennia with starting with a 1.
Fuck off.
Okay.
True.
Right, because I have such great memories of those
Dude,
2
I remember the
years that I
90s.
was kicking it.
Oh, the 90s.
Ah, the 90s.
Good old days.
The
I
good old
remember them with
days.
such fondness.
All right, time to take more notes. Look at this design. Remember
Yeah.
how it looks.
652413.
Yeah. You know what else has those dots?
A die!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I wonder if that's important.
I was looking at it like a collective picture. I was like, isn't it that guy from Undertale?
Sans Undertale.
Oh my
Guy from
God.
Undertale is that?
Sans Undertale.
Oh,
Clearly Sans.
man, that
Come
looks
on.
like papyrus, clearly.
Yeah,
Look, there's
it's
this
papyrus font.
Papyrus Undertale.
Yeah, that's Papyrus Undertale.
Brother
Really.
to
Belarus.
Papyrus. Hello, I am Papyrus.
Ooh. Would now be an okay time for me to ask the Ohio question, Voltage?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I just
When we
wanna
get to the puzzle,
people's
when we get to the
opinions.
puzzle.
Okay, okay.
All right.
Oh, I'm interested.
Okay, this is bullshit. Okay, it's
You've
not even
heard
that
of
big of a question.
Schrodinger's cat, but now get ready for the Ohio question.
Okay.
It'll make you question everything.
I already do, but go on.
Is that like a thought puzzle?
Just read the
It's not
line.
even.
If you put things on both sides, then you could compare them, but... Do we actually have anything to weigh?
Yes, well, the scale had a die and a weight on it when we found it.
We've got 3 dice. I think we should be able to figure out what they weigh using this weight.
We got the red one from here, right? Yeah, red. Okay, red is 50. 50 grams. Okay. All right. You can check the weights by doing the... Yep.
Once you're done weighing things.
Okay, so green is heavier than 50 grams. How about... Wait. How does blue compare? Blue is also heavier. So red is the lightest at 50 grams. Which is the heaviest? Green or blue? Blue is the heaviest. Okay. So now we need to figure out how much each of those weigh. So let's put green, blue, and red on one. And you on the other. Okay. So it's at least 100 and whatever. It's more than this. So this is less than like 200. Right? Hang on. Let's see. Okay, so green is 100. Red is 50. Blue is less than 200.
Would it be safe to say like 150?
Probably. Right? Because this is
No.
100.
Yeah.
And this is 50.
Mm-mm.
Nope. No.
The
Green and
58,
red.
the green.
Green and red and blue. Okay, so yeah, it's 150. Yes. Okay. We're good. I don't think a scale is going to unlock a box when we fulfill a certain condition or something.
It certainly doesn't look that way. I think all we're supposed to do with it is weigh things.
See, that's not the hard puzzle, because math is not a hard puzzle. Because blue plus green times red... Okay, that might be a hard puzzle, actually, because... Do I multiply red and green before I add? Or do they want it... I assume I'm supposed to use order of operations.
Yeah. We need to get that lock off so we can open the box.
As puzzles go, it's pretty straightforward. You just need the right 5-digit number.
Okay, so I'm gonna go order of operations to start. So it's gonna be red times green, which is 50 times 100, which is 5,000, plus 150. So it's 5,150. Nice. There we go. Unlocked.
Good job. Let's open it.
Into the box. You get a book.
Ooh, I wonder if this is someone's diary.
Sounds like fun.
Nothing on the cover. I wonder what kind of book it is.
Let's open it up.
I can't read it. I think this is Latin.
Looks that way.
Well, it's not a total loss. There's a bookmark at least.
Maybe we should take that. I got a cool bookmark. I wonder what that bookmark looks like.
I don't know. Show us.
Wow. Thanks, game. Very cool. I was
Very
like-
cool.
It's like the numbers from the thing.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought it would have been a cool Clover bookmark, but I guess the game
that's
wasn't
what I
cool
was
enough to do that.
expecting.
Man.
Like a Tetramino with 2 extra blocks.
Yeah.
Wow. My beloved.
Real gamers will know what I'm.
My beloved.
A sextamino.
You like? Oh my God, Lou. Pull
He's
yourself.
my favorite character.
Pull
Fuck
yourself
you.
together.
Who? What?
What?
Someone likes a boy from the first game.
Bro, that's
Oh, Santa?
owns my heart. Owns my heart.
Why
Yeah,
say
and
that?
however any others also
no,
own your heart.
no. It's different. Like Dio, I can fully admit he's a dick. He's an asshole. He's a fucking piece of shit. I would willingly kick the shit out of him if given the opportunity. I just think he's hot because of Liam O'Brien. Santa?
Laze, what did I tell you earlier?
A book with
Yeah,
a red
yeah.
cover.
Verbatim.
Its
What you
title is
just
Go
said.
Up.
Hey, there's something written on the back of the book.
The Stairway, B0630. Okay.
Is that a 30 or a 3C?
We'll find out. Why do they flip back? Okay. 30. These are numbers and that's a letter, I think.
Okay.
Because C, this is C0518. D7. That means this is probably A. Yeah, A. Okay, so I need to go. Where is the A? Okay. Okay, A, 1, B, C, D. Okay. So it was A5? Was it? A. So I want to put. This one was A5. Yeah, so I need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or is it this rear wall? No, it's definitely the front wall. Definitely the front wall. Okay. A5. You go there. Next one. Red book. B. Okay. B630. You go here. You are D073. Wait, this is where I got them from.
Yeah, what if the book is telling you where the other book goes?
What?
Open up the book, turn around. Anne Lion. The other book called Anne Lion goes to D07.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm dumb.
It's okay.
Look
You're
at
tired.
It's been a long week. It's been
You're
a
tired
long
from
week.
debating me about Ohio.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Here's the question, right?
Oh god.
Is Ohio a Midwest state?
Yes,
I don't even know where Ohio
Why?
is. Hold on.
because it's in the Midwest
Yes.
region, is
Thank
what we
you.
or at least what we consider to be the Midwest region. Technically
Yes.
speaking, it's closer to. It's still technically in the eastern part of
No.
the United States,
What the fuck?
but we label it as the Midwest.
Why? No, it's on the east. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's not how we label the Midwest.
That's
Y'all
bullshit.
are just the middle motherfuckers.
That
Nobody
is
cares about
bullshit.
you, but no, that's on the east.
Ohio is not
Ohio
a
is
Midwest
part of the
state.
Midwest. Ohio is part of the Midwest, according
It's referred to as the
my
Midwest,
maps.
even though it's
That is-
technically in the
It
east.
should not be a part of the Midwest.
It is part of the East North Central Midwest, which is maybe the stupidest name I've
I'm sorry.
ever seen on a.
Why is it Voltage? I want to hear your argument. Why is
Okay.
it not in the Midwest?
Okay, as someone who has been born and raised in the Midwest, I have to say that I am biased because I am. Okay, fine.
You mean the North States?
No, this is the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, did I put them in the wrong spots? Okay. Okay, the point I am trying to make. I
Well, you
grew
also
up.
said you didn't think Michigan was in the Midwest.
Michigan is barely in the Midwest.
It
It is
Midwest.
barely.
Michigan, more in the Midwest.
Okay, but like,
It's got the UP.
okay, but the segments of the United States were split up back whenever we were still like figuring out our stuff as a country.
Yes.
Ohio was not a part of the original 13, therefore it's a
right.
Midwest.
I like that. I like that.
That's dumb as
Literally.
fuck. I'm sorry. No, it's
Hey,
not
no,
dumb as
I'm
fuck.
I am not saying, I am not disagreeing that it's dumb as fuck. I'm just saying that back then there was the original 13 split between the North and the South, and then we expanded, and they're like, oh, well, we can't call this the North.
Does that mean
this is new
Arkansas is
stuff."
part of the Midwest?
No.
I don't make the
No, I think Arkansas is like the West.
No, Arkansas is more fucking.
Arkansas
According to
is
this map, Arkansas is in the South.
South.
Arkansas is in
yeah.
the South.
Maybe you're thinking Arkansas.
Okay, fine. Arkansas. My point is.
America, explain! Why is it not Arkansas?
Okay.
Oh man,
Midwest.
Oh no,
Midwest
I got my Arkansas mixed up with my Arizona. That's on me.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
They both
Okay.
start with an AR. Man, my brain.
Okay. Minnesota is a Midwest state. Iowa
Yeah.
is a Midwest state. Wisconsin, a Midwest state. Illinois, a Midwest state. Missouri, a Midwest state. Kansas, a Midwest state. Nebraska, a Midwest state. North Dakota and South Dakota, the Midwest states. Is Indiana part of the Midwest?
Why do you not think Indiana, Michigan, or Ohio are part of the
Indiana's
Midwest?
barely part of the Midwest, okay?
Why?
Indiana's barely a part of this reality.
Indiana's on the Rust Belt.
So
Okay.
is okay. Milwaukee is part of the Rust Belt. That's in Wisconsin.
Anyway,
Milwaukee. Huh?
what was that?
Oh no. That's the closest city to where I grew up. Rip me.
No.
Right.
Anyways, hey, Voltage, this is a pretty neat puzzle.
I know. What
Yeah.
was
okay,
that?
I'm sorry. We'll get back to it. I'm just saying, Ohio and Michigan.
Ohio is not a
technically
Midwest state.
Midwest. Technically.
Technically
it is.
bullshit. I refuse to accept it.
Okay, it
Okay,
can be dumb
refuse to-
and accurate at the same time.
I
Voltage.
refuse to acknowledge Ohio as a Midwest state.
Okay, but like, it can be dumb and accurate though.
Just like me.
Anyway.
Okay, keep going.
Anyways, sorry guys.
I think it came from the other side of this wall.
No, that wasn't the wall. I think it came from the bookshelf.
What's happening?
Oh my god!
Oh man, I was hoping it would reveal another bookshelf.
I was hoping it would reveal a map of the United States to show that Ohio's not part of the Midwest.
Bro,
I-
technically,
I have
Kansas
sent
would
you
be central.
2 maps. Voltage. 2 maps.
Look, Ohio is definitely on the eastern third of the United States.
Listen.
Technically, Minnesota
America-
is too, babe.
No, it's
America
not.
Is
If you
America
draw
is
this
riddled
map
with
of the
old
United
things that
States
make
into
no sense.
thirds, at least Minnesota and Iowa are in the middle third.
Voltage.
What?
Honey. Sweet summer child, listen to me.
America is riddled with old things that made sense back then but don't make sense anymore now, but we have just been so stuck in traditions that that's just reality. Breathe. It's okay.
Lou doesn't know how to spell
play this video
Milwaukee.
game. Play the nice murder video game. Sweetie, just look at the screen. Play the nice murder video game.
To be fair, Lou might be a bit tipsy.
Oh my god, Lou, how do you not know how to spell Milwaukee? How do you not know where Milwaukee is?
Is it a state? No, it's not a state. That's why I don't fucking know it.
Lou,
Now, to be
Say
fair,
that
you
again.
didn't
Say that
have the
fucking again. What did you just say?
Look, I already had this conversation with Kat. I got like a C in geography in middle school.
Is Milwaukee a state? Milwaukee? Is Milwaukee a state?
Milwaukee. That would make sense for a Wisconsin
Hold
town,
on.
I guess.
I gotta get a screenshot of this. This is
Already
absolute.
have
It's
it.
unofficial
Already have
Canadian.
it. It's in
Yeah,
our
true.
quotes.
Ohio doesn't exist.
Thank you. Okay. Fucking. Are you kidding me?
Sounds
Just
like somebody
for the
didn't have
record.
like the what is it? The 50 Nifty States song. Man,
Do you
missed
see
out.
this? Do you fucking see this? Okay, but where is Milwaukee? Come on.
Where is Milwaukee?
Oh no! Milwaukee.
Oh my god, we missed out.
It's because they all walk to get their milk. It makes sense.
Obviously.
No, just to
Obviously.
Just for the viewers at home, Milwaukee is a city in Wisconsin. It is the largest city in Wisconsin with a population of about 600,000 people. That is all.
I can't even
No, you were gonna
deal
stop at
right now.
600. I'm sorry.
How? Oh my lord.
It is a city of 600 people.
They also have the
Wisconsin's
Bucks,
largest
the
metropolis.
Milwaukee Bucks,
Yeah, they have the Milwaukee Bucks.
and the
They're
Brewers.
Finally good.
Oh my god.
Have you heard of Giannis? He's on the Milwaukee
Milwaukee
Bucks.
Bucks.
Bro, when I say being on the internet has introduced me to the Midwest, I literally thought it was just empty space. I thought it was just the West Coast and the East Coast was all I knew. I know
You're
like
thinking
Montana's like
Nebraska.
somewhere on the West.
This is
I
really reminding me
genuinely
how
had a
much
Jim
of a
Halpert moment where I
flyover
looked at my
state picker I
webcam that
am.
wasn't on.
Oh my gosh.
You have.
Anyways, I'm
oh my
so
lord.
sorry I
Like,
caused this.
Lou, are you
Milwaukee
okay,
mess.
sweetie? Are you okay?
Oh my god.
Like, you
Geography's
good?
hard.
Okay.
What's the United
tough.
States?
All right,
It's
we're
like-
gonna keep
like,
going
what is
here.
Okay, at the end of the day, like Shock Focus
mean,
said,
it
Ohio
could-
doesn't exist. That's
It
what
could be
matters.
worse. Honestly, it could be worse.
Yeah.
In high school, I was able to convince a girl that Alaska was actually a small island just off of Russia that the United States claimed.
Yeah, that's believable.
Is it?
I don't know. It sunk.
I guess it was one of those trick bookshelves where if you put the right thing in the right place, it does stuff.
It's like a staircase.
Well, if they were nice enough to give us stairs, we should climb them. That we should. So we can take the high road.
The top is a lot more narrow than I thought.
Should I go?
Well, with a big skirt like that, it might be kind of dangerous.
Oh, if I just hike it up, I think I should be.
And I think there's somebody down on all fours trying not to look like he's staring up at the bookshelf.
Sigma?
Well, he just wants to see your ankles. It's fine. What are you doing?
I lost a contact.
You don't wear any.
Ow!
Did I just kick you?
You climb.
Okay. A doll? Okay, that's the only thing up here. So I might as well take it. Huh. Can't really go any further. This is a big dead end.
Are you done yet?
Was there anything up there?
Yeah, I'm heading back down now.
So? Did you find anything?
No puzzles or anything like that.
Just that stuffed animal?
Yeah.
That's a funny looking dog.
Hog?
I'm pretty pretty sure that's a lion.
This is a lion? It doesn't really look like one.
Nah, it's a lion.
Oh, hold on. There's a zipper on its back.
Let's see what's inside. Here you go. This is inside of the lion.
Cool. Now let's find a spot to put it. I know.
It looks like
Sorry.
these books are in Latin.
Can you read it?
No. I'm sorry.
You, don't need to apologize for that. What about you, Clover?
Of course not.
I can't even read. Alright, I've got this blue memory card.
And there's a blue slot in the stand.
Let's see what happens when I put it in then. Hey, it's the Somnium File sound effect. Whoa, what's going on here?
It's showing dice.
I wonder what the puzzle is.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Oh, this puzzle
Okay,
sucks.
I can see why you hate this puzzle. I can see it.
Oh, this one's not so bad, though. Problem is I have to drag them.
Ew.
And that's no
How the fuck do I... That's it. Oh, I hate this puzzle. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Get with it, game designers.
Get with it, game designers. Fucking Christ. No.
I really like that sound effect.
The knocking sound effect?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
nice.
Is there a sound?
Oh, fuck. Do I have to make the things, the dots match, too? I hope not. That would be bad.
Yeah, that is a nice sound effect.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it. It's not bad.
Oh, no! Look at the design. It's different. Or it's rotated. God damn it.
Yeah, did you not notice that?
No, I didn't. I was like, what is this looking different? There. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. And then we just go, no. No, that's supposed to be a 1. It'll get there eventually. Right? Come on.
I'm just picturing Sigma just keeps blundering
had
while
it.
2 pretty girls are staring at him like, hello.
This has got to be a 1.
Yeah, it is a 1.
No, it's got to be a 1 face up.
Oh.
There.
Ooh.
Fix your game, Chunsoft. Jeez. Alright, this has got to be a 2. There we go. Alright, 5. Nice, that wasn't so
Oh,
bad.
that was easy.
3 and a 4. Nope. That's a 3.
You did it!
Yes, did it.
Good work, Sigma.
Simba.
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 Amazing.
I got lions on the brain. Just let me get through it.
Colors changed.
Do you think
Let's take a look.
Simpa.
Simba.
Wait,
What's this? I've never seen any of these before.
is this?
Yeah, it's the password to the safe. Alright, now there's another fun thing.
You keep saying fun.
Wait. Did I do the other one? Wait. What? Hold on. Because I did, Oh, I just have to make the colors match. There. I made the colors and the pips match.
You're so good.
I only needed to make the pips match. Oh my lord. I gotta do it again.
Oh, man. You made it too hard on yourself.
I hate everything. This
Are you
puzzle's-
having fun?
No. I'm not. I don't like this puzzle. This guy plays the game. What a legend. I hate this fucking escape. It's short because it supplements everything with the dice. I don't even care. Look, I'll do the colors in the thing. I don't care. See, I didn't even need to give a shit about the pip things.
Those
Good
damn
job!
pips.
Excellent work.
I think this is just a different password.
Gosh, Clover, how insightful.
I know. That's why you keep me around.
GG easy, no re. We'll never have to do that puzzle ever again. Right, devs?
Right.
This is the safe, right?
Yeah. Just like the one in the AB room in the crew quarters. If we know the right password, it should open up, I think.
We'll just see about that.
Oh, yeah. Muscles. I'm so smart. Awesome, it opened.
Good job, Sigma.
Never gets old.
What, being told good job, Sigma?
Having someone
Sigma
say,
has a praise can
good job,
confirm."
Sigma. Ah! It opened.
Good, good. Well done.
So what we've got this time? First,
A map.
It says floor B.
the one we found in the cabin said floor A.
So did the map in the infirmary.
Then that means floor A must be the top floor, right? We did come down to get. We did come down here on the elevator after all.
So it would seem.
There's more stuff in here. Oh, I don't know what those are.
Yeah, key cards.
These ones have moons on them.
Must be the moon keys the announcer was talking about then.
That means we can play the AB game.
We got two, just like with the sun keys.
As a pair, Luna and I should only need one.
Then I'll take the other one.
So, what's next?
A piece of paper. It has something written on it.
Here are some more AB game rules. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every group 3 has to vote.
In other words, we can't all abstain. We have to vote. Anyway, what else is there in the safe?
Only one thing.
A key.
Is this the exit key?
Looks like it. We can open the door.
Let's go. Presumably the lock for the door. Right now it says lock. You guys ready? I'm gonna open the door.
Go ahead.
I'm all set.
And here we go. 3, 2, 1. You found it.
Woo! Woo!
Woo.
Woo. Woo Kari.
been quite a night.
What a fucking evening.
It has been a fucking evening.
Milwaukee. Yeah, we're going to Milwaukee,
There we go.
baby.
No.
My kind of state.
No. 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 Come the fuck on.
Screenshotting for prosperity.
Oh my lord.
Quotes channel, where you at?
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
We have fun here.
How do I even go on? How do you go on from that? How do you, like,
Milwaukee.
unironically keep streaming after that?
You don't. You just don't.
Gotta destroy your stream in one word.
What the fuck even?
In 3 syllables or
I'm
less.
this close to just ending stream and sending you all to go watch Travis.
No! No, coward.
Oh, it's been a long fucking 20 minutes.
Anyway.
Is this another warehouse?
It looks like it.
Just like the one on floor A.
There's graffiti on the wall here too. It's something different though.
Memento mori if the 9th line ate the sun?
Did they make a mistake? That isn't how you spell it. They added the E to 9th, but why?
Yeah. That is weird.
What does it mean?
Well, I think memento mori is Latin for something like remember death or don't forget your mortality. The other part, I mean, I assume it's what it says on the tin.
A conditional relating to whether or not a lion has eaten the sun?
Yeah.
But what on earth does it mean? It just seems like gibberish.
Agreed. Whatever it means is beyond me.
Look at that door over there. Doesn't it look like the one on the other floor?
Yeah, but there isn't anything written on this one.
Yeah, there's a big 9 on the other door. I guess that means this door isn't important.
I don't see anything that looks like it might open it either.
Yep. Nothing. Not opening.
Of course it isn't. I mean, look at this thing. It's solid steel.
Well, how do you open it then?
From the other side, maybe?
The other side.
All right, listen here, asshole.
Listen up.
Hey, what's the deal with these doors over there? The ones that are glowing white.
Do you think they could be chromatic doors? There are 3 of them.
Yeah, I think you're right. See, they've got those little boxes. These must be the next set of chromatic doors we're supposed to go through, though.
But they're all the same color.
Well, for all of the other doors, we had to add colors together to make another color. In this case, we probably just have to make white instead.
Lucky you, Luna, smart cookie.
Suddenly, the voice of the announcer echoed through the warehouse. Dio has opened the Ambidex gate.
An Ambidex gate has been opened.
Drink water.
45
Let's
minutes
go.
remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Ugh. I love me some water. Can't get enough of it.
I hear that.
What?
I'm in.
How the hell did that happen?
Someone on one of the other teams must have opened one, All they need is one of the moon keys.
Why would they do that without waiting for the rest of us?
We can ask them when we get there. Come on.
Show me the animation. Show me the animation, please. Show me all the animation.
As they're running, I can just imagine Clover and Sigma are just like, so it was Dio, right? Yeah, it was absolutely Dio.
1 billion
100%,
% Dio.
100%.
There's no L. Sorry, there is an L, but there's not a second L in Milwaukee.
Are we still having this conversation?
I was
Come
reading
on,
the
we've
thing.
gotta move on.
Look, I got bored by the animation and I was like, I'm
We've
gonna read
gotta
chat.
move on. My heart can't take this anymore.
California, Colorado, Connecticut.
Alright, well, I
doo-doo-doo.
didn't have a fun geography teacher. My geography
That
teacher
wasn't
hated
geography,
me.
actually. We learned that in music class.
Alright, well,
Hawaii,
fuck
Idaho,
you.
Illinois, Indiana.
Iowa,
Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana,
This is just
Maine,
really
Maryland,
it
Massachusetts,
helps me how,
Michigan,
like,
Awful.
Minnesota,
outside of my
Mississippi,
friends and
Milwaukee,
family
Montana,
in the Midwest.
Nebraska,
God, no. Anything about the Midwest, and that's okay.
Nevada. Okay,
Maybe it's for the best.
we
It's
left
probably
out.
for the best.
We left. The Midwest is the best. Okay, we left out of the magenta door and into the warehouse. There stood Tenmyouji, Dio, and Alice. Hey, what the hell is this? Why'd you open one of the AB rooms before the rest of us got back?
Alice and I haven't done anything.
Dio apparently felt he didn't need to wait.
Are you really that surprised? You got a problem?
Yes, yes, I do have a problem.
Why? I don't remember saying anything about waiting until everyone got back to open the AB rooms.
Imagine Sigma with a strong Minnesotan accent. Okay.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? We didn't talk about it because we thought it was common sense. Actually, a Minnesotan wouldn't yell.
That's true.
He'd be like, "Are you kidding me? We didn't talk about it because we thought it was common sense." He'd be something like this, you know. Fucking, I don't know.
Sigma's right. We were able to get back quickly, but the others could still be stuck somewhere.
No sooner were the words out of her mouth.
Gosh. Stop.
I love it.
Thank goodness. You're all here.
Did something happen?
Yes. It's Quark, you see. He... Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. He collapsed. You know.
Alright. There's a Tenmyouji line.
Oh. What happened to Quark?
He collapsed. It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room.
Yeah, Manarchy, that sounds... I've heard that joke before.
What?
Please, you must hurry to the infirmary. His condition could change at any moment. You should go.
Oh no.
Tenmyouji shoved Kay aside and leapt through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks, then ran off after him. Okay, enough of that.
I'm sorry.
You know, if I were to Midwestern Sigma, the first thing I'd do is not yell so much. That really gets people in the wrong way. The archives? No, that was just piles and piles of books and papers. Nothing even remotely like medicine there. There's a Caitlin.
Oh, I thought we skipped.
Yeah, you
We did, we skipped up to it.
Oh,
Ah.
I'm terribly sorry. There was nothing of the sort in the garden. Plenty of vegetation, but unfortunately, no medicine.
God.
Look, just to be sure, where did you three go? The three of you go.
The pantry. There was tons of food everywhere, but Accelerator? Nothing. Trust me.
Tenmyouji slumped to the ground.
Don't look in my pockets.
Oh boy, Cat, you want to?
Oh no, not
Thank
again!
God,
Oh
I don't have to do
no!
it again. Oh, thank God.
Oh no, not again!
Dude,
How could this happen?
Oh no,
Oh,
not
there's
Alice.
Alice.
Alice, not you too.
Oh,
Door
the door
shimmy.
shimmy.
The door did its little shimmy.
No one
Oh, no,
here,
the
huh?
Cha-cha
door.
slide.
Damn. Where did she go? No point in complaining.
Drug the child.
I just needed to look somewhere else. I turned toward the exit. Ah, but see, I cannot fast forward this one. We're starting to reach the silly factor. Evening?
Us or
Starting?
the game?
No answer for that, huh?
Us or the game?
What?
You said the silly factor, and I said us or the game.
I don't.
Oh wait, yeah, oh shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I just
I'm
realized
guessing
where
the
we
game.
are
So
now.
it's the
Fuck.
game.
Yeah.
I mean, we're also incredibly silly, but I mean, the game is also
Yeah,
I'll just
but
count that.
we've been
Lou, what do you
silly.
mean? Oh, I know where we are now.
I know where we are
I
now.
hate it when the people who know this game say that.
I don't follow. So this is the pantry, huh?
These
Alice,
do be some
Tenmyouji,
sequence
and
of
Dio
events.
searched this room. Oh, yes!
You stupid! Are you kidding me? I thought you were fucking with me.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, I think I know where this is too.
I don't think we're gonna get there for a while. I don't know if we're gonna get there this stream, though, but... Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Damn. Nothing here either. We need to find her quick or she's gonna do something bad. If she loses it like Quark did, nobody's around to stop her. Shit, I need to hurry. I decided to try the garden where Phi, Quark, and Kay had gone after passing through their door. Look, that's further down the tree, though.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No, but
Whatever
God
that
damn,
means.
I don't know if I'm happy that we're not hitting it today, or sad that we're not hitting
We
it
should
today.
be very sad that we're not hitting it today.
Okay, I think I know what y'all are talking about because
No,
Voltage,
you don't.
I think you.
You
no,
don't.
No, you.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You don't. You
don't.
100% don't.
You think you do, but you don't.
It's that silly conversation where you were trying to show me the tone of this game.
No. No, 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 no.
I don't believe you.
That sounds like a no that could be a yes.
It definitely sounds like a yes.
The first thing I noticed, DM me, Cat. The first thing I noticed when I stepped inside the gate was the smell. Plant life was everywhere. The air was filled with the fresh scent of it growing, underlaid with the sweet, dry tones of dead leaves underfoot. While the air outside had been dry and harsh, and here it was warm and wet, like a forest after a spring rain. Just like Kay said, plants and stuff everywhere. God, I hope there's not a bomb here. Damn. It's not here either. This is bad. We'd been searching for Alice for a while, and I'd found nothing. I hope that nothing had happened to her, but...
God damn it.
Nope, Cat, you are wrong.
Okay. I don't believe you, but go off.
I searched every corner of floor B. She was nowhere to be seen. This is pointless. I should just get back to floor A. Maybe someone else has found her. Maybe it is this ending.
I swear it is.
I think you learn about it here. For sure. Yeah, yes, it is this episode.
Yeah, okay, I'm not crazy.
I'm just trying to think about when you, like, it actually comes into play. And that's not on this path.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, we learn about it in this one.
Yes. Doesn't look like anybody's
yeah,
here.
okay.
I should have a look in the rooms. Uh-oh, I sure hope Alice isn't in one of these rooms. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, nuts.
Oh.
Well, this sure ruins my Thanksgiving.
Alice! The first thing
Your
I saw.
Thanksgiving?
I think... Come on! Yeah, okay. First thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It was almost like getting punched. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No. Why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, and the next. My legs began to wobble, and I put my hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down. Calm down. This looks pretty bad. You don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. Then at last I pressed my fingers to her neck, and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No. Embedded in her chest was a scalpel. I was no doctor, but judging by the angle, it looked like it had pierced her heart. Had someone stabbed her? No. What if she...
Was eating Cheez-Its. We're all going to die. I'd rather die here.
No. No. Something in my brain snapped. A scream clawed its way out of my body, taking my mind with it. The last thing I felt was my body slumping to the floor as the world went dark. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Game over.
What? Well, that's a shame.
Yep.
Wait, Cat, no, ignore those DMs.
I will not.
Where did Alice go? We should be able to open this. What? Why did it just game over me? That was weird. And suddenly the world shifted. For just an instant, I was somewhere else entirely. My mind reeled, and then, just as I'd begun to adjust, it was gone. As if nothing had happened. What was that? It was the same sensation I'd felt when I saw the vision of the bombs exploding. Had it been a premonition? This is bad! I need to find Alice now! But, where could she be? Damn it, Alice, where are you? You're in the crew quarters. What about the crew quarters? Yeah, that has to be it. I set off at a dead run. No lying down on the job. We know where she is now. The game didn't let me make that choice before, but now that I have, maybe we can save her. The moment I entered the crew hallway, I made straight for the door with the number 2 room. Alice should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. Alice. So you were here. As I spoke, her eyes turned toward mine, but I didn't get the feeling that they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly, and one of her hands held the scalpel like it caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
It's okay. I'm just here to help you.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just let go of that scalpel.
No. I need it to get this bracelet off.
Huh?
Remember what Zero Jr. told us? The bracelet comes off when your heart stops. So I just have to... Oh!
Stop!
Animation, what?
Before I even finished the word, I was running. I grabbed both her arms and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from her chest.
Whoa.
No! Let me go! I have to do this. I can't take it anymore. This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from. The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die.
Knock it off! With a grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands. It was a second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. I had apparently cut myself, getting the damn thing away from her. Very quickly it progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on my pain that I barely heard Alice collapse. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, are you all right? Alice, say something! There was a moment of terror before I realized she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed like she'd only passed out. Shit. What am I supposed to do now? Oh man. Maybe the infirmary? It's got all those medical things? Buoyed by adrenaline, I hefted Alice's body and took off toward the infirmary.
All right, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this.
Hear what? Hey, Dio. Lays, you around?
Can't believe Blaze died.
I can't believe Lays fucking died.
Oh.
Oop.
Oop.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I guess he did.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't
Welcome
know.
back.
I couldn't. Anyway. Everything's coming up Sigma, huh? What a lucky, lucky man you are.
Hmm?
You two are going to be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to ally. That means if she stays here, the two of you are going to be sitting pretty. Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
Are you saying I'm gonna choose betray?
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
You bastard. There's no way I'd do that.
Is that so?
Yes, it is so. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner, and she'll be in the AB room with me. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up here, Luna.
Well, actually, I was planning to let you make the decision.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
Shut up. What?
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all three of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct?
I think we've seen this dialogue. Nope, never mind. Nope, doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Here, take a look at this. I pulled the scrap of paper we'd found out of my pocket.
Huh? What's this?
We found it where we went when we went to the archives.
There wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
I guess they only put one in the archives. Whatever. I'll just read it for you. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote,
then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group has to vote.
There's something.
Don't sound like that. What do you know?
Get it? The whole team can't abstain.
Hi-fi, it's been a bit. That means either Dio or Tenmyouji's going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
So Alice is guaranteed to vote Alan, which means that if Theo picks Betray...
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier? No way am I gonna choose Betray.
Source, trust me, man.
You know we're VPs at one, right?
Just trust me.
Trust me.
What do you trust me? What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Here it is!
Oh, okay. One sec. Anyone whose
Okay.
BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
We got our 0 the third in this stream.
Yep.
Woo!
We
All right, we
got
can
our
end the stream
mandate
right here.
in. All right.
Alright, that's all. See ya. Nope. I wouldn't put it past you.
What?
I think we've seen this dialogue. No, we haven't.
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room too. I planned to stay here with Quark just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all three of us. That means we're gonna be sharing a room, bucko. I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah. Thanks. That's a relief.
Exactly.
I'll press betray for you.
Oh, thanks.
Man, everybody's against me. Whatever shall I do?
Deserved.
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice come by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Oh. Tenmyouji, before we went into... wow, I can't believe she actually says that. Before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean... Look, it wasn't important. Forget about it.
Ah.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go.
Love?
What?
You're staying too.
Yeah. If something does happen, Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you a solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark, but with Quark out, that means Kay would get to decide this whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Yes.
Even though I have 6 BP?
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
How can you know that?
I just know, I guess.
You just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Had something happened between Fi and Kay while they were out exploring?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
Four minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Come on. We need to hurry.
Alright, you kids. Take care of those two, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
With that, we were off. I gave one last quick nod to Fi and Clover before heading back for the warehouse at a dead run. Which I'll show you.
Mm-hmm. This map is important.
Loading times are difficult. Everybody ready? I'm going to open my AB gate. Although, I guess that doesn't really matter. You already opened the one earlier.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay, let's go. Two more AB gates slid open. We all shared one last look at each other before ducking into our respective rooms.
Two minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to Al. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course. I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was kind of like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the nunnery game didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Huh?
Oh no.
There's something white on it.
Oh, gross.
What?
Dude. Dude!
No! What the?
What? What the hell is this?
It's the fact that Lee started laughing so much so early.
Hold yourself together. For the first time since I'd found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand.
I hate this.
Oh,
I hate this so much.
Across the ball was some sort of strange white liquid.
Taste test.
For a moment, I thought I'd somehow touched white paint or something similar. The truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hand.
Oh.
Got white blood?
I'm so fucked up.
Holy
Is
shit.
this an Evangelion reference? Nice.
Bro, he's got
People
white
bleed
blood.
white in that show?
It was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the skull.
Keep it together, man.
Holy shit.
But
God.
why? I can't do it.
Voltage.
Okay. Where was the blood? I felt a very odd sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly, I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see that.
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. There was some milk and I spilled it.
Ah, yes, milk.
Oh,
Known
it
to
sounded
have
even stupider
sticky
as I said it.
properties.
Really?
Yeah.
Can't get enough of that milk.
That doesn't look like milk, Sigma.
Just shut up! It's fine, alright? I'm fine, leave me alone!
God, Mom.
I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth. Something was wrong. Very wrong. My head was spinning.
Sigma.
I'm so sorry. It's just don't worry about it, okay?
"30 seconds remain until polling closes."
There's no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. Took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think about the AP game right now. Just forget about your hand. Was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that.
"10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes." 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nothing like cum stain hand Sigma on the same route where he gets Clover and Luna to try to do the phallic thing with the lever.
Yeah, that's really...
This really is the Sigma path.
Something.
Really bad. Feels really, really bad.
True Sigma route.
True Sigma. Alright, should we ally or betray?
Ally? Come on. We just went through the
Ally,
whole
yeah.
thing. Look, just
Ally,
because we
but
got a
I'm
little bit of
scared.
sticky fluid coming out of our hands does not mean we
Stop.
don't pick ally.
It's getting a little horny, but this is getting out of hand. Oh, shockwave. Or shock. Oh, shock.
We have news for you.
We're gonna ally, but we're gonna see the results of the allying next week.
Oh.
Because it's been a long stream, and I
Too good of a reveal.
Oh, it's 11:30. I'm tired.
Fair
It's a little
enough.
too good of a reveal. I feel. I find that it's a little too exciting of a reveal, and I need to go and I need to wash my hands. We're gonna raid Travis finally.
Oh.
Yeah, that didn't come from anywhere.
Okay, so that whole hand thing, that's what Lays, Lou, and I have been like fucking waiting to laugh at for the past 4 streams.
I get why, but like...
So,
Man.
we're gonna raid Travis. They're playing, they're doing basically the same thing we are, but with Ace Attorney Investigations. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
on those streams for when they were doing Trials and Tribulations and Justice for All, and some of the other ones. So Trav is a really good friend of mine. If you're not already following him, please consider doing so if you like the content. Their streams go a little more unhinged than these, and tonight got pretty unhinged. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, we'll be rating them now. Next week, we're going to continue down this path, and it's going to be real exciting because this is a really good path. I like this one a lot. Until then, bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Come hand Sigma.
Bro, he's like a
Hand
synth.
Sigma, dear lord.
Oh, we didn't pick a raid message. Oh,